जागने वाले किसी बांग दरा से दिल हो. And that's why that they're not going to accept the Trump proposal to siphon off Gaza to Tony Blair, because the Palestinian issue is deeper than that. And by the way, it's not just Hamas that's saying that we can't or won't be able to accept the Trump deal as is. It's also the other Palestinian groups, because you can't pretend that Hamas, I mean, the Israelis again have managed to essentialize Israel-Palestine to Gaza, and they've managed to essentialize all Palestinian groups to Hamas. And of course, there are other fighting factions in Gaza that are also prescribed in Europe. But for example, PIJ, Palestinian Islamic Jihad.
I spoke to Dr. Khaled al-Bach, the leader of the Islamic Jihad movement that Motaz belonged to. According to the UK, US and EU, I'm now talking to the leader of a terrorist organisation. I wanted to find out why the group employs violence and why it calls itself the Islamic Jihad.
They've also come out in the media and said that no, and they often, you'll find if you analyze, they often speak in a different tone and rhetoric and dialect, in a sense, intellectual dialect to Hamas. They often give much more historical implications and historical context. And they've given an even more detailed sort of breakdown of why they couldn't accept the Trump peace plan. So this isn't just about Hamas. This is about the Palestinian military resistance and the Palestinian groups. They're not going to accept that. They're not going to accept siphoning off a part of their territory, to Egypt or whatever. The integration of Palestinian rights is akin to the integration of Palestinian land, and that's why we see the operations named thus, and that's why we see the rejection of the Trump plan that seeks to make concrete that disintegration.